I'm going to say she can't make an apology video saying that I was right. Either I'm wrong and she makes the apology video, I win, or I'm right, and I'm right. I deserve an apology for all the lies that Jacqueline told about me. Anyway, it's not going to happen. Justice isn't like, it's more of an idealistic thing.
I probably should have made this video a long time ago, but I think finally I guess I'm ready. I'm ready to swallow my pride, and I just need to do this. I just needed to get through this video and just say it and get it out of the way. And for some reason, right now feels like the right time for me to do this because, with the last video I posted, I felt like I kind of, in a sense, closed the door on that part of my drama online. And this is the one little piece that's left. And I want to close the door on this too. And just the timing feels right. I think I'm ready. And I don't want to be too repetitive because I have acknowledged a few times before that Onision was right about Richie. He was right. I believed what Richie said to me whenever he told me that he wasn't that kind of person, and I didn't heed advice that I should have. And this, I feel like, is painfully obvious to everyone at this point. Clearly, I made a mistake, but I think the good part in all of it is that I really did learn a lesson. I learned a big lesson on, how important it is for me in the future to make better decisions and not repeat these same mistakes. If I see these warning signs again, I guarantee you I will not get anywhere near that person. I'm going to be a lot more picky now with who I choose to spend my time with, dating-wise, friendship-wise, like anything. I clearly need to make better choices, and that applies to Onision. I mean, not as him being a friend, but I mean as far as me taking his advice goes. I should have taken it. But like I said, I don't want to be repetitive. These are things that I've said before. And the point of this video is to kind of expand upon that. Because there are some things that I've been afraid to say that I didn't feel comfortable, like I said, until now, really getting into. But I want to close the door. I want to close out all of these nagging parts of my online life and my personal life. I'm done with it. So this is what I feel like I need to do today. I, for a long time, denied that I got any kind of plastic surgery because of things that my ex forced me to do, and that was also untrue. I was forced, absolutely 100% forced to get boobs. And clearly I'm not happy with them now. And I know that, Greg told me that they looked fake and everything, and it's almost been a year. It's almost been a year that I've had them. And I don't think anyone can tell by looking at me. I don't think anyone can tell that they're fake. Can they? I mean, right now I'm wearing 4 bras. Clearly I'm not comfortable with the way that I look. And, this is the most natural way for me to present myself. So that's why I'm choosing to do this, and I think it's important in this video for people to really see how much I hate the way that I look. I want people to understand that. Like, I really, really hate this a lot.
Boob squeeze.
I also want to say that it's okay. He was right to attack me in other ways. He was right when he said every girl who's tall is unattractive. I mean, I'm basically a monster because of the way that I look. I'm tall and gross and basically gonna be alone for the rest of my life because no guy wants any part of the way that I look because it's so disgusting. And he said some things in his video about me, like how I don't have parents that support me and how they basically don't love me.
You had a dad or a mom who didn't love you enough.
Yeah, that was true too. My parents clearly don't love me at all. They really don't. And I think that's evident from everything that you guys have seen online. So good call, Greg, on that one. I'm sorry that I was mad at you for saying that. You were right in saying that. It also did help you prove your point that Richie was a piece of shit by attacking my family. I see how it was relevant now, and I was wrong to have criticized you for it. So for that, I also am truly sorry. You know, a lot of people think that Greg is bad for the things that he said to me, and that, you know, he was trying to attack me, and that he had some other kind of personal vendetta or some outside reason for why he was so angry. But that's not true. It clearly was just because he didn't like Richie and he didn't like the relationship, and he wanted to be a good friend to me. And that was how he expressed it. He expressed how much he cared about me by telling me that my parents don't love me. And, you know, everyone expresses love differently. So I wish people would stop hating on him for that. Also, another great way to express love to someone is to tell them what a horrible mistake that they made and how bad that they look after they've already made the decision to do something, you know? Some people might say it would have been better if I had that kind of a warning before, or since I had already done it, that there was no point in him saying it outside of just trying to be hurtful. But that's all not true, you guys. I think that he was trying to send the message that it's not too late to have them ripped out, you know, and make everything better.
Cut her boob open.
I should have listened. I should have listened to him. You know, he told me that he wasn't going to be my friend anymore if I continued associating with someone he didn't like, and I should have obeyed. I should have completely obeyed and listened to him, even though I really didn't know him very well. I'd only met him once, you know, we weren't like close friends, but I should have completely dropped what I had going on and obeyed him. Obey and listen. That's what I should have done. Even though I didn't know him very well, I should have obeyed and just taken what he said and listened to him. Because he should have been in control of my life. And, you know, I did have a couple of friends at the time that took a different approach. See, they also didn't like my relationship, but they tried to warn me in other ways, in more friendly ways. They stayed my friend, and, you know, they were just a little bit more kind. And they didn't attack me in the process, but that's just, you know, that's a bad way to go about things. I think it's much more effective to yell at someone and call them names and insult their family. And then if they get mad, just say, hey, I was just trying to be a good friend and warn you. Because at the end of the day, that is what he was trying to do. He was trying to be a good friend, and that's what good friends do. They insult you.
Ugly. To Jacqueline, I don't want to make more videos about you. I don't want to talk about you. I don't want to talk about Repose. I only mentioned this because I could finally say, I told you so. And that's it. So I hope that I never have to talk about you again.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want to talk about me anymore. Since that video about 5 or 6 months ago, he hasn't talked about me at all. He hasn't put me in any of his videos. He hasn't referenced me. It's not really been a thing, which is really cool. Almost as cool as how he avoids the topic of Eugenia, because, you know, that little debate we had, it wasn't even really a debate. It was more of a conversation. The point of that whole thing at the very end was that he would stop harassing her under the one condition that she reached out to him and directly asked him to stop, which he gave his word that he would do, which, since he's not a liar and since he's the most honest YouTuber out there, he has clearly stuck by and has not gone back on that promise at all. He never ever talks about Eugenia. He doesn't bring her up, which is really cool because, again, like I said, he's the most honest YouTuber, and I feel really bad for ever having criticized him, you know? I think that this is the best thing he could have done. I think he acted in the most mature adult way, and, you know, I don't understand why people keep attacking him at this point. Like, they should really stop, you know? He was right. He was right that I was dating an awful person. And, you know, some people might say, had he just left it at that, had he just left it at, you know, warnings and attacking that individual, and leaving, you know, my personal family life out of it and my moral character around the choices I make with my own body, you know, had he left that out of it, maybe he would have come out of the situation looking really good. A lot of people think that. A lot of people say that had he handled things differently, he could have actually redeemed himself quite a bit. But I disagree. I think all of those other elements just were more of a testament to the kind of person that he is, just the genuine compassion that he expresses for all people, you know, and how much love he was sending towards me. It might have been masked in insults, but it was, at the end of the day, it was love, coming from a great place. And sometimes instead of telling someone, hey, I care about you, it just comes out in a different way and might sound something like, hey, your parents don't love you, but what they're trying to say, the intent behind their words is that they care. And like I said, today of all days, I want to close the chapter on that drama in my life, because I know he hasn't been talking about me, so I don't want to continue talking about him, and he really, 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 really wanted this apology, so I thought I should give it to him. So I hope, Onision, that you're watching, and I hope that you appreciate this, and I hope you accept my extremely heartfelt, genuine apology to you. I am so sorry, and I was wrong, and you were right about everything, and I love you.